Reaching the age of 70 is not just a milestone, it's a remarkable transition, a time when life presents an opportunity for deeper reflection, wisdom, and renewal. The years behind us carry countless lessons, experiences, and memories. Yet with those years also come certain burdens, expectations, responsibilities, and material possessions that, instead of bringing peace, often weigh us down. It's in this chapter of life that we can begin the liberating process of letting go. As Lao Tzu wisely said, "When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be." This is an invitation to embrace simplicity, shed the unnecessary, and step into a lighter, more intentional way of living. Letting go of the weight of others' opinions is one of the first and most liberating steps in this journey. Throughout much of our lives, we've been conditioned to seek approval from others, whether from family, friends, or society as a whole. We adapt our actions to meet their expectations, bending and molding ourselves into what we think we should be, rather than who we truly are. But as we age, we come to realize that the opinions of others do not define us. We learn, as the poet Rumi once wrote, "Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray." Now more than ever, it's time to trust in ourselves, to follow our inner voice, and live authentically. Imagine the freedom of no longer worrying about what others think, of letting go of that invisible weight pressing down on your shoulders. The need for external validation falls away, and in its place comes a quiet confidence in your own choices, your own path. "Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner," said Lao Tzu. There is wisdom in these words. When we stop caring about others' opinions, we free ourselves to live authentically, to live fully, and to reclaim the joy that comparison and judgment often rob from us. Another significant burden we can release is our attachment to material possessions. Over the years, many of us accumulate things, furniture, clothes, gadgets, that we once thought were important, that perhaps once symbolized success or security. But as we get older, we start to realize that happiness doesn't come from the things we own. As the philosopher Epictetus observed, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Our joy lies not in the objects that surround us, but in the experiences, relationships, and memories that fill our lives. Take a moment to think back on the last time you felt truly happy. Was it because of something you bought, or was it a moment shared with loved ones, a peaceful morning walk, or a quiet reflection on the beauty of life? The process of decluttering, both physically and mentally, can be incredibly freeing. Imagine letting go of old clothes you no longer wear, gadgets you no longer use, or possessions that no longer serve you. In doing so, you open up space, not just in your home, but in your heart and mind. You create room for new experiences, new memories, and a sense of peace. The ability to simplify means to eliminate the unnecessary so that the necessary may speak, said artist Hans Hofmann. This is the gift of letting go, the ability to hear what truly matters when the noise of excess falls away. At this stage of life, we also gain the clarity to say no to unnecessary social obligations. For much of our lives, we've been taught to attend events, gatherings, or functions out of politeness or habit, even when they bring us little joy. But now we have the wisdom to be selective. Life is too short to spend in situations that drain our energy or add little value to our lives. Saying no is not selfish, it's an act of self-care. As the author Paulo Coelho said, "When you say yes to others, make sure you are not saying no to yourself." What would life look like if you only said yes to what truly brings you joy? Imagine the lightness that comes with choosing your own peace, with honoring your own desires. The gatherings, conversations, and experiences you choose to engage in will feel more meaningful because they come from a place of genuine interest and love, rather than obligation. In choosing to prioritize your own well-being, you allow yourself to show up fully and authentically in the moments that matter most. Similarly, letting go of societal standards of beauty becomes a powerful act of self-acceptance. For decades, we've been told that beauty is something external, youthful skin, toned bodies, and flawless features. But as we grow older, we begin to understand that true beauty is something much deeper. It's found in the kindness we show, the wisdom we carry, and the authenticity with which we live our lives. As the poet Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "The creation of beauty is art." And aging in all its natural grace is part of that art. Every wrinkle, every gray hair tells a story. They are not imperfections, but markers of a life well lived. Authentic beauty radiates from within. It is in our confidence, our kindness, and our ability to embrace who we are as we are. To be beautiful means to be yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself, said the Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh. Imagine the freedom that comes with fully embracing your natural beauty, with letting go of society's unrealistic standards and finding joy in the person you've become. As we continue on this journey, it's also important to reevaluate the activities and routines we engage in. Many of us have long-held habits or traditions that once brought us joy but no longer resonate with us today. It's okay to let go of these activities if they no longer serve you. In doing so, you create space for new passions, new experiences, and new ways of finding fulfillment. As Marie Kondo, the organizational expert, advises, discard everything that does not spark joy. This advice applies not only to physical clutter, but also to how we spend our time and energy. Consider how your routines have evolved over time. Perhaps there are hobbies or obligations that feel more like a chore than a source of joy. What if you release just one of those activities? By letting go of what no longer brings happiness, you make room for the things that do. Whether it's a new hobby, time with loved ones, or moments of quiet reflection. This is the beauty of aging, the ability to redefine what brings us joy and to shape our lives according to our own desires. Cutting ties with toxic relationships is another crucial aspect of living lightly and joyfully in this stage of life. Relationships are essential, but not all relationships are healthy or nurturing. Over time, some connections may drain us, rather than uplift us. Walking away from relationships that no longer serve us is not an act of selfishness, but an act of self-preservation. As author Steve Maraboli wisely put it, letting go means to come to the realization that some people are a part of your history, but not a part of your destiny. Imagine the peace that comes from surrounding yourself only with people who bring positivity, who support your growth, and who appreciate you for who you are. The act of letting go of toxic relationships allows space for healthier, more fulfilling connections. And in prioritizing these positive relationships, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also inspire others to value themselves in the same way. Finally, perhaps one of the greatest lessons of life after 70 is learning to prioritize your own happiness without guilt. For many of us, putting the needs of others before our own has been a lifelong habit. But now, more than ever, it's important to remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup. By caring for yourself, by doing what brings you joy, you become better equipped to care for others. As the Dalai Lama said, if you feel burnout setting in, if you feel demoralized and exhausted, it is best, for the sake of everyone, to withdraw and restore yourself. This stage of life offers the perfect opportunity to embrace your own happiness. What brings you joy? What makes you feel fulfilled? It's okay to put your own needs at the top of the list, to live according to your own desires, without guilt or apology. Imagine the peace that comes with giving yourself permission to live fully and joyfully, in whatever way feels right to you. As we navigate life beyond 70, we are offered the profound opportunity to let go of the burdens we've carried for so long. By releasing the weight of others' opinions, material possessions, toxic relationships, and societal expectations, we create space for what truly matters: love, joy, peace, and authentic connection. It's a time to rediscover what makes life meaningful, to live with greater intention and clarity, and to embrace the beauty of simplicity. As the novelist C.S. Lewis once said, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." Let's honor this time by doing just that, setting new goals, embracing new dreams, and living with lightness, joy, and purpose. If this message resonates with you, let's continue the conversation in the comments. What have you let go of, and what new joys have you discovered along the way? Together, we can embrace the beauty of this chapter, not as an ending, but as a continuation of a life well lived.